Extra large. Okay, so this is my organization, Tiffany Henry Cares. It stands for Cancer Remission Empowerment Survivors. So I want to give you this as a token of my appreciation for supporting. Yeah, so that's for you.
We'll pass it on to someone. Got it. Well.
I appreciate that.
That's the City Girl Mayor Tiffany Teflon Tahoe promoting her cancer charity, the same charity she went on Roland Martin and said wasn't her charity. Yeah, here's some old footage of her walking around other towns in Illinois, passing out shirts that she didn't pay for, by the way. Those t-shirts and sweatshirts, all paid for by Thornton Township. She spent nearly $20,000 on those shirts. And as you can see, she's walking around these towns in Illinois with these shirts, with these banners, with her name all over them, her face plastered everywhere. All of this paid for by Thornton Township. And remember, she lied in Roland's face, saying that was not her charity.
So the Attorney General's office hasn't reached out to you regarding your foundation?
So I want to set the record straight. I don't have a foundation.
We're going to get into it, but first, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. Won't waste any time. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Extra large. Okay, so this is my organization, Tiffany Henry Cares.
Did you hear that? The first thing this flamingo said out of her mouth, this is my organization, Tiffany Henry Cares.
Extra large. Okay, so this is my organization, Tiffany Henry Cares.
Saying that you are stealing funds. You also you have a charity that from the Attorney General's office. I understand they sent a cease and desist letter to your foundation.
I don't know nothing about that. I'm not crazy. I'm not
You have a
deranged.
Tiffany Henry Cares, your foundation. So the Attorney General's office hasn't reached out to you regarding your foundation?
So I want to set the record straight. I don't have a foundation. Extra large. Okay, so this is my organization, Tiffany Henry Cares. I am a supporter of anybody that's struggling with cancer. My mom had breast cancer, and I'm always push anybody that has that. If someone uses my name to push their charity, or if you say this is Tiffany t-shirt, people gonna buy it. Because right now I'm considered what? Clickbait. People make money off of my name by views. So you just take my name.
You say you don't have a foundation.
I do not. And that's why I tell everybody, go do your research. I'm not on anything. Extra large. Okay, so this is my organization, Tiffany Henry Cares. It stands for Cancer Remission Empowerment Survivors. So I want to give you this as a token of my appreciation for supporting. Yeah, so that's for you.
We'll pass it on to someone. Got it. Well.
I appreciate that. So how long you been there?
About 3 years.
How you like it?
Well, there are days it's pretty good. Like this. There's other days too.
Well, thank you. I want to introduce you to one of my members. This is Trustee Andrew Holmes.
How you doing?
Well, look who's with her, Trustee Andrew Holmes. So not only was he with her on this walk, promoting her charity, wearing her sweatshirt that Thornton Township paid for, but he also went on that trip with her to Selma, Alabama.
Super Mayor Tiffany Henry, the People's Mayor / Supervisor Thornton Township. We are here in Selma, Alabama, and we are taking care of the business of the people. We just walked over the bridge, and we are taking care of the people.
Oh yeah, and how can we forget about the Vegas trip? You know, the one where she covered for him because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
And this is also Trustee Stan Brown.
How are you, man? How you doing?
Trustee Stan Brown, who also went on that field trip to Vegas. The Dolton trustee she placed over the finance committee. When he's got no experience dealing with finances like this, a retired post office worker who's also helping her keep the financial records away from the other trustees and the taxpayers.
This is my VA, my administrator.
There's Keith Freeman, the first one to be indicted by the feds from the whole gang. When Tiffany Tahoe formed this charity, Keith Freeman was her registered agent.
This is my 2 Live crew, my security right here, all police officers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know she did not just call them her 2 Live crew. Okay, so here's the 2 Live crew, 2 officers from the Dolton PD, and they are also extremely loyal to Tiffany Tahoe. Both of these women, along with the rest of the police department, have been used to harass and intimidate residents and employees in the village. Then this one right here, she was stalking the deputy clerk. Tiffany Tahoe had her go to the employee's mother's house because that employee, the deputy clerk, did not agree with the mayor in one of the village meetings. They knocked on the woman's door and lied to her, saying her daughter didn't come to work that day, so they stopped by to see if she was okay, knowing she was at work. Told a complete lie to her mother and had her mom worried. The deputy clerk was working that day. They just used their badge to harass her on behalf of the mayor. By the way, all of this is outlined in a lawsuit. I covered that last year. The 2 live crew are also the 2 women who showed up to the clerk's office where they forced the deputy clerk out of the building. Tiffany Tahoe wrongfully terminated the deputy clerk. She had no authority to do so, but she got Keith Freeman to get a building employee to block both the clerk and the deputy clerk from being able to get into the office. Eventually they got in, then Tiffany Tahoe had Tweedledee and Tweedledum kick the deputy clerk out of the building and tried to make her sign some sort of termination papers.
I need to sign this.
No, I'm not doing anything.
Okay. We've been instructed not to return to the building at all.
Would you mind walking out?
I covered all of this last year. If you missed that story, I'll leave the link below. But that's one of the many lawsuits against the mayor. Officer Ruffin here is always out of order. She's a former Cook County Corrections officer, fired twice from their department, and now she's working as a crooked cop under Tiffany Tahoe.
Ruffin.
Okay.
Come on the right.
Riley.
Riley.
Yeah.
And my sister right here, Carmen. is on the phone.
Nice to meet you, Carmen. Yeah.
And here's City Girl Carmen. Loyalty to Queen Tiffany is super important for Carmen. She also praised Trustee Andrew Holmes in a meeting, saying how loyal he was to the mayor and was in there calling the residents who didn't agree with the mayor clowns, ignorant, and old.
Ignorant old people. Respect is something that's earned. It ain't something that's just given because you 100 years old. Can you be quiet, please? No, exactly.
Okay, Chief.
Enough.
And I do too.
Enough.
And I do
Enough.
too. Be quiet. Disrespectful. Ignorant. You see what I'm saying? But Andrew Holmes, you are a super loyal person. You are a super loyal person. And I commend you. I do. You a clown. Look what you got on.
I covered this last year too. In my previous case study on Carmen, it was revealed that Carmen also had 2 positions under Tiffany Tahoe. She was her assistant in Dolton, but in Thornton Township, Tiffany appointed her as a trustee after the old trustee suddenly passed away. So Carmen was used to keep the other trustees in line at the township and to make sure they voted for everything that Tiffany wanted, like donations to her charity, money for hotels, field trips, everything. So Carmen is also definitely a key aid in all of this corruption. Very loyal to Tiffany Tahoe. This woman had no experience. Tiffany took her from Section 8 and being a waitress at a restaurant to making about 6 figures and putting her in these positions to destroy the residents.
Mayor, the truck.
Oh, okay.
He gonna pull it down here. Okay. He gonna pull it down there.
You want to see the side so we're not blocking that street? If you take a minute.
Mayor Albee, can you turn around so you can stop looking to you?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you're safe.
Okay, Mayor.
Okay. We can go right on the side here.
Look at the carpet. Mayor has it. Steve, you learn obedience by the things that you suffer.
Look how she's using the township's vehicle to promote her charity. This van belongs to Thornton, yet she's got her big old banner of her organization plastered on the side of it. So she's using Thornton's vehicle, she's using the gas, she's using their employees to drive it, she used them to pay for the banners, she used them to pay for the t-shirts and the sweatshirts. All of this being funded by the taxpayers for what's supposed to be her own personal charity.
Okay, so this is my organization, Tiffany in Your Cares.
Saying that you are stealing funds. You also you have a charity that from the Attorney General's office. I understand they sent a cease and desist letter to your foundation.
I don't know nothing about that. I'm not crazy. I'm not
You have a
deranged.
Tiffany Henry Cares, your foundation. So the Attorney General's office hasn't reached out to you regarding your foundation?
So I want to set the record straight. I don't have a foundation.
So, Mayor, is there anybody that you have your family that's affected by counsel?
Several.
Several?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
My wife and my brother and my mother.
Are they all still with us?
My brother and wife are.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But that's why I do this, for people like yourself, people that struggling, that just need help. Because half the time, you know, they fight to save their lives. So they forget about the business. So I want to make sure I alleviate some of the pain. I'm giving them $5,000 income tax credit. It's a start, right?
If you get JB online,
I
that'd
know,
be great.
that'd be great, right?
All right.
All right. So sign any way you want, put whatever message you like. If you want to make it out to your mom or everybody, you can, however you like.
This woman is sick, by the way, using something so serious and people's real emotions to garner support, money, and resources.
You got a beautiful town.
Yes.
We was over in Pontiac. I love your downtown area. Oh my God. I gotta take some of them ideas though, okay, Mary? And I love the fact that it's all mom and pop stores. That's nice.
She said how she loved that his downtown had all mom and pop stores. Meanwhile, in Dolton, she's been sabotaging all the small businesses, not giving them permits, not giving them licenses, and causing them to fail.
Thank you. Thank you. You see that? That nice car. You see that's yours? That's your car? Yeah. That was nice.
And they got the.
No.
This is just another example of how this woman is a pathological liar. She will lie in your face with a straight face, and sometimes her lies can be convincing to people who don't know any better. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Let me know what you think about this below. Shout out to John C. I appreciate you, John, for all of your support, as well as Dark Power and SGI Measured Men. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.
Okay, so this is my organization, Tiffany Henry Cares. Right.
Tiffany Henry Cares, your foundation. So the Attorney General's office hasn't reached out to you regarding your foundation?
So I want to set the record straight. I don't have a foundation.